Okay, so this one is for Taurus. A reading for January, February, March 2017. These medicine cards are going to tell you, give you an overview of how it's going to be like. There. And I'll just take one card each for each of the 3 months. First quarter of 2017. So if your sun sign is Taurus and your ascendant is Taurus and you happen to be watching this video, this reading is for you. Jan, Feb, March. Okay. So let's see what spirit animal you've got. Nice. And January, February, March. Okay. Usually take a clarifying card. They're all upside down. Okay. Okay, first we'll start with the skunk, and the skunk is all about using your reputation. It's mainly about reputation. So the skunk, it doesn't need to spray anyone to get them to run away, and that's the message here. You don't need to actually do anything. You just need to exude a certain air and project a certain image. Be aware of your reputation, be aware of how other people see you, because that's going to be very important. And I think you already know this because the skunk is upright over here. And it looks like January, you're thinking about starting something new. This too looks like some career or some sort of a new project. You still haven't. Okay, some of you might have already started it, some of you not. But it's definitely something that is risky and that you haven't tried before, and you've completed your last project pretty successfully, or your last job has left you in a pretty stable place, but from here on out it's going to be pretty risky. Moving on to February. Now the reverse Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is usually about rising beyond grief or like a similar negative emotion, and having that clarity of mind. Gives it's about gaining wisdom after being through something, and that being upside down. I did take another card for clarity, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about institution, religion, spiritual teaching, but in a very orderly fashion. And the funny thing about that is the Hierophant is all to do with teachings that you get from the outside, but Queen of Swords is to do with wisdom from your own experience, things that you learn on your own rather than it being told to you by someone. So what I think it means here is that things are not going to be easy in February, and that is mainly because you're not listening to your own advice or what your experience has to say. You're taking advice from other people, from well-meaning people, I'm sure, but you've gone through certain things, and that's that's what seems to be relevant over here, and you really should be listening to yourself. And finally, in the month of March, we have Nine of Wands upside down. And let me just check. So Nine of Wands is all about the last stance, your last bit of reserve. It's all about there's a slight element of desperation here, like you're at your wit's end, but you're somehow trying to gather as much resources as you can in order to hold on and do whatever it is that you need to do. And but it being upside down, it means that you're not able to do that for some reason. And the Hermit over here means that there is some soul searching in order. Okay. It's definitely complicated for you, Taurus, because it starts off with the Seven of Pentacles here, which kind of implies that you're starting something. And from the looks of things, February through March, it looks like whatever you feared over here has maybe come to pass. And the reason for that is because you're not listening to your own experience. And also, if you continue not listening to yourself, then the Nine of Wands is what awaits you in the month of March, which means that you'll probably be at your wit's end here with this new project that you've started. And instead of being the Nine of Wands upright and knowing what your resources are, you will be a little lost, and so you'll need to actually take some time off and figure out what you really have at your disposal, what your weapons really are, or what your strengths really are, or what your weaknesses are, and take a good hard look. So let's see how we can fix this for you. And the skunk being here, gives us a pretty good overview. The key here to all of the three cards here for all of the 3 months is the skunk. It's about knowing yourself and knowing what you project into the world and knowing how other people perceive you. And I think that definitely includes knowing what your resources are, knowing what your experience tells you, and knowing what those other well-meaning people are really all about. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out 2 more cards to give me an idea of what you can do to get the best possible outcome. Okay. I always pull out a clarifying card when I take something in reverse. So, Knight of Swords is all about impulsiveness when it's upside down. Combined with the Knight of Wands, it's kind of um, well, what I think it's saying is that you need to maintain your passion and definitely do things. Don't just wait around for permission or advice or anything. But definitely don't be impulsive. Think things through. You know the answers to everything here. You have the experience, definitely. The Queen of Swords says so. And yeah, just trust in yourself and do what you think is right. Don't blindly follow other people's advice. And here, it looks like once you do that, I believe you'll find some new kind of strength to help you with whatever comes up in March. Um, I think that as long as you uh, take the right steps in the beginning, uh, whatever difficulty you might face in March, you'll be able to deal with that just fine. So that's the reading.